Breaking news: Canada, long the quiet partner, has just made a thunderous statement on the world stage. Canada inks a $20 billion submarine deal with South Korea, stunning Washington and shifting global dynamics. This signals Canada's intent to take charge of its own security, especially in the Pacific and Arctic. It's more than submarines. It's a new geopolitical reality. The era of quiet Canada is over. For years, Canada's military faced shrinking budgets and aging equipment, with submarines often stuck in repair. Now, a $20 billion investment marks a dramatic reversal. Submarines are vital for intelligence and protecting the Arctic's Northwest Passage. This deal signals Canada is serious about defense and ready to be a credible partner. Canada is stepping out of the shadows, embracing its role as a key security provider. This isn't just a purchase, it's the birth of a powerful strategic partnership between Canada and South Korea. Both are democratic, trade-dependent middle powers living next to giants. By joining forces, they're creating a new axis of influence, independent of major power blocs. Canada's choice of South Korea breaks its tradition of buying from the US or Europe, diversifying its defense supply chain. South Korea's KSS-3 submarines are among the world's most advanced. The deal includes joint training, personnel exchanges, and significant technology transfer, boosting Canada's shipbuilding and tech sectors. This partnership is holistic, binding the two countries for decades. It's a force multiplier, letting them tackle security challenges from maritime threats to cybersecurity. Symbolically, it marks Canada's arrival as a true Pacific nation. For too long, Canada looked only to the Atlantic. Now, it plants its flag in the Indo-Pacific. The future of global power lies in Asia, and Canada is positioning itself as a key player. This Ottawa-Seoul axis is built on a shared vision for a stable, prosperous Pacific. It's a partnership for the 21st century. Ottawa's announcement hit Washington like a bombshell. The US always saw Canada as its most reliable ally, assuming any submarine deal would go to American or European firms. Partnering with South Korea was a shock, signaling Canadian independence. This is a powerful assertion of sovereignty. Ottawa is making decisions based on its own interests, not Washington's preferences. It's not anti-American, but it's profoundly pro-Canadian. The American defense industry is reeling. Losing a $20 billion deal is a blow, but the real impact is strategic. US contractors can no longer take allies for granted. South Korea's technology is now world-class. This is a wake-up call for the US defense establishment. Canada has answered calls to do more in the Indo-Pacific, but on its own terms. The new Ottawa-Seoul axis complicates American efforts to build a unified front. Privately, Washington worries. Will this alliance operate independently of US priorities? Are middle powers forming their own alliances outside Washington's orbit? The Canada-Korea deal forces the US to confront a new reality. Its closest allies are becoming more independent and assertive. North American power dynamics have shifted. Behind this historic deal stand two visionary leaders, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung. Carney, with his global economic experience, saw the submarine deal as nation-building, re-energizing industry, asserting sovereignty, and redefining Canada's role. President Lee, a former business executive, aimed to elevate South Korea as a global defense leader. The deal is a crowning achievement for both. South Korea becomes a premier defense partner for a G7 nation, and Canada secures a transformative alliance. Negotiations were a masterclass in diplomacy, focused on technology transfer and economic benefits for Canada. Carney championed the deal, insisting on innovation and job creation at home. Lee's government offered not just submarines, but training, maintenance, and deep technology sharing. Both leaders saw this as more than a contract. It's a long-term relationship built on trust. Their bold vision and strategic foresight made the unthinkable possible. They are the architects of a partnership that will shape both nations' futures. At the heart of the deal is Hanwha Ocean, South Korea's shipbuilding giant. Winning the Canadian contract cements Hanwha's status as a global leader in advanced naval vessels. The economic impact is huge. Thousands of jobs in South Korea, a boost to its export-driven economy, and a leap in global reputation. But this isn't one-sided. Canada's industrial and technological benefits policy requires Hanwha to invest billions back into Canada. Canadian firms in advanced materials, sensors, and AI will join the supply chain, gaining expertise and global competitiveness. Final assembly and maintenance will happen in Canada, creating long-term jobs and revitalizing shipyards. This partnership is about building industrial capacity, not just submarines. Canada gets a chance to lead in naval technology. South Korea deepens ties with a G7 nation. It's a symbiotic relationship, an economic engine for both. The deal is a model for how middle powers can collaborate for strategic and economic gain. It's about innovation, jobs, and a more resilient future. The submarine deal has ignited fierce debate across Canada. Supporters hail it as visionary. Critics decry the $20 billion price tag. Some see it as a necessary investment in sovereignty and security, especially in the Arctic. Others argue the money could go to healthcare or climate action. The debate is about more than submarines. It's about Canada's identity in the 21st century. Despite divisions, one thing is clear. This is a turning point. Canada's future now lies across the Pacific as much as the Atlantic. For decades, Canada was a Pacific nation in name only. Now it's a reality. By investing in long-range submarines and partnering with South Korea, Canada is ready to be an active player in the world's most dynamic region. This is more than a policy shift. It's a psychological one. Canada is shedding its old image as a quiet follower, embracing a new role as a confident, independent actor. The submarine deal is a symbol of a new era, strategic realignment, industrial partnership, and bold independence. It surprised allies, challenged competitors, and sparked a national conversation. As these submarines patrol 3 oceans, they'll remind the world of this moment. Canada has finally stepped into its Pacific century, and the world is watching.